Hi guys, so you might know in a previous video I had a look at this Yinitone RC-108. This is actually just the lid off the case, this isn't actually the case itself. Now we discovered when we're looking at that there's two LEDs on the board. The board is just over there, and there's two holes in the case lid that this label is covering up. So what I was thinking of doing was opening up those holes so that the light will obviously shine through, because lights from those aren't going to go through black, are they? Now I'm going to use something pointed. I'm going to try using that. This is a Veroboard track cutter. I could use something else as well, but that was the first thing that came to hand. So I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to do that. I'll probably do it from the top down, because that way it might look tidier. Okay, so that's the modification done. I'll show you the other side as well. And what I'm now going to do is I'm going to find the other half of that case and reassemble it. Okay, so we're picking this up after a couple of months. It was the 18th of January when I filmed the start, and it is now the 27th of April. And this is because this bit had eluded me for quite some time. It was in the area where I thought it was, but not quite exactly where I thought it was. It actually somehow ended up in the cover for my DAPnet pager, because I took my pager out of that to charge it at some point. So I'm not sure how the back of that ended up in there. But there we are, there's the modified lid for it. And this has not been back on here, and this thing's been in bits ever since January. I've not put it back together yet. I've only just started putting it back together now, ready for this video. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this lid back on. And I'm going to hope it's going to go back on. That is now back on. Now, I can just see the LEDs through those holes, but it's a little hard to see them unless you actually connect that up to something. So I'm going to set up a couple of radios to obviously test it out and see if we can actually see those LEDs in through these holes. So let's pause whilst I do that. Okay, so I've got the box all connected up and two radios. I've got Thunderpole T3000 on one side of it. I'm just going to make sure that will do what it's supposed to do. So I think I actually have to have the Vox turned on for that to work properly. And a Quansheng UVK5. So that's also turned on, but that doesn't need the Vox in this instance. So you can see the two holes there. Now I'm going to key up on one radio. I just need to find one of the radios. There it is. Just check it's still turned on. So I'm keying up on the PMR446. Okay, testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. So that's transmitting to the PMR446. The PMR446 is receiving, which is what that white light's indicating, and the green one would be for the CB if it was the CB doing the receiving. Just waiting for the CB to drop its carrier, because there's a slight delay on the Vox on that. So I'm now going to try on the CB side of things. Testing 1 2, 1 2 1 2, 1 2 1 2, 1 2 1 2. Yeah, it's a bit quiet, so it's not passing it through to the radio, which is slightly interesting. Let's turn it up a bit more. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. There, you can see it now. 1 2 1 2, 1 2 1 2. Yep, so the green one's indicating the CB side in this instance. There we go. So let's turn this off as well while I'm at it, because I don't need it now. Because we don't need that now. And yeah, I'd say that was working, and you can actually see those. That's a successful modification. So that's basically just putting some holes in the label they've put across the lid, which already had the holes in it, and that means these LEDs are now visible, so you can actually see at a glance without having to take the whole lot to pieces, which I don't recommend because it's using that flimsy lacquered wire, which could come off the board at any moment if left dangling. Because obviously you do want to know which side's actually doing what, especially if the radios are quite some distance away. Okay, so if you liked this video, you can give it the thumbs up. There's another button that works just as well if you didn't. The algorithm will pop up a video on the screen that it thinks you might like, but you might not like it. But it thinks you might like it. I always say that. You can become a channel member for early access if you want. Not all videos are early access. Some are, some aren't. And you can also maybe buy me a coffee if you like, or chip in a little bit towards the channel using the super thanks button. Try and release content as often as I can these days because really I've got the time for it at the moment. And a future attraction should hopefully be the Quansheng TK11, long awaited. Radio I wasn't sure was ever going to be made, but it does actually exist. I have seen other people look at it. And I will be looking at it myself, hopefully, in a few weeks' time, because I've had to order it in from China. That's the best I could do. So, I'll catch you in the next video. 7-3 for now, and I hope that the Quansheng comes through quickly, because I really would like to get that video done. So, I'll catch you in the next video. 7-3 for now.